is time to get your plant and garden questions answered.
Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is live in the Briggs production facility on Madison's West Side. 270-9933 is the number to call. Hi, Lisa.
Hello. Yeah, I know we have Harvey's little area, and this is my little area.
Well, it's good to see you. Let's get right to the phones. We'll start with Mary.
Well, I can't see you guys, but there you go.
Okay, we'll start with Mary from Beloit. Hi, Mary.
Hi. I read an article the other day that it said the date stamped on seed packets, the seeds are good for the next year even, and that sometimes they produce more plants the second year than if you plant them in the current year. Is that true?
I wouldn't say that, Mary. I would say that depending on how you stored those seed packets, you probably will get less viability of seeds, but probably enough the first year to be able to get some plants. So if you usually plant like 1 or 2 seeds, maybe you want to put in 3 or 4, and then when plants come up, you want to clip off the seedlings that are less vigorous.
Okay.
All right. We have BJ on the phone from Sun Prairie. What's your question?
Yes, I've tried to start some lettuce and kale sets inside, and the plants are getting really spindly, and I want to know if there's a common thing that I might be doing wrong with them.
Well, lettuce is a really good thing to do inside and then to harvest right away, but probably what your problem is a light issue. Even in the sunniest part of our houses, there's not as much light as there is in a shady spot in your yard. Given that we're going to have some really nice days, I would put your seedlings outside for the day in a spot where they're going to get sun in the morning, and then maybe a little bit of protection in the afternoon, and move them in and out and kind of acclimate them. The kale can stay outside as long as the night temperatures are going to be above 38 or 40. Lettuce may be a little bit warmer than that. But if we're going to get night temps that are above 40, you can just leave that stuff out overnight, and that should help a lot with the spindliness.
All right. Ellen from Platteville. Hi, Ellen. What's your question?
Yeah, I have several yucca plants, and I'm just wondering, should I be cutting those back? They don't often bloom. I think I had one last year, and that's the first time in maybe 4 or 5 years.
Okay, so yuccas like a ton of sun and really good drainage. They're sort of a desert plant. So in a mound or a rock garden is perfect for them. You'll see that new foliage is going to come from the center, and as the leaves die back, they're going to fall back. So clean up whatever is kind of looking kind of mingy around the underside. And then the flowering is really going to be determined by how much light they're getting. So a solid 8 hours a day is going to give you the best chance for flower stalks.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
All right. We have Bonnie from DeForest.
You're welcome.
Hi, Bonnie. What's your question?
Hi. I have a Christmas cactus. She's 4 years old, and it's huge. I'm wondering, how do you go about cutting it back, making it, it's just kind of gotten out of hand. It blooms all the time.
Okay, Christmas cactus are a touchy thing. They really do not like being repotted. If it flowered over the holidays, then you can do a little bit of trimming back, maybe take out some stems to kind of thin it a little bit. Once things settle down, you can certainly bring it into the store and we can take a look at it and make any advice as far as, doing some super trimming.
Okay. Let's go to Linda in Janesville. Hi, Linda.
Hi. We have 2 pine trees in our backyard, and both are losing needles, and there's also a sticky, foamy-looking yellow substance coming out of holes in the bark. And I'm wondering if there's anything we can do to save it?
Okay, so when needles on evergreens are starting to turn brown, you need to kind of look at them. If they're in the interior part of the tree, that's called needle cast, autumn needle cast, winter needle cast. That is completely something that happens every year. On some species like arborvitae or like white pines, that happens every year. On maybe spruces, you're going to see it less often. As far as the bubbly kind of thing coming from holes in the bark, that might be sap run. Maybe you've got some sapsuckers or some birds that are sort of poking in there because there's some insects overwintering in the bark, and that's just sap run, and that is just a normal thing because it's this time of year. But it might be indicative of maybe some kind of fungal infection. So please take some good photos of it and email them to our plant desk. And that's plantdesk@brucecompany.com. That's all one word, plant desk, all one word, Bruce Company. And then we'll take a look at them and we can advise you.
All right, that's good service to have.
All right, and we have Dan from Rio. Hi, Dan, what is your question? Dan, are you there?
I don't think so.
Okay, so let's go to Sandy from Dodgeville. Hi, Sandy, what is your question?
Hi, I would like to know how soon can I plant lettuce and spinach outside?
Outside.
I think you can go ahead and put lettuce seeds and spinach outside now, as well as peas and potatoes. The big thing is you're ground ready. So we all know we're thawed, but we've had a lot of rain, so we don't want it to be saturated. My earpiece just fell out. So grab a handful of soil and squeeze it so it makes a ball, and then poke your finger in it. If it falls apart like chocolate cake, go ahead and plant. If it kind of makes a depression like really gooey brownie mix, give your soil a couple days to dry out. And once it's dried out, go ahead and plant. You can do peas, potatoes, any kinds of onions, all of the things in the cabbage family, as well as spinach and lettuces.
All right, lots of good questions today.
There's never a shortage of questions for you, Linda.
Not for
My
Lisa.
goodness.
Not for Lisa. Love your backyard, by the way.
You need to come over when this is all
Thank you.
over.
Next time you look at it, it might be a little farther along as far as being cleaned up.
Yep. All right, thanks again, Lisa. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
Final check of your forecast is coming up.